Richard Thompson recorded this song on his album A Thousand Years of Popular Music, which is a wonderful album. And on Wikipedia, it's dated to about the 17th century. But I think it's older than that. It sounds to me like it could be a troubadour song in its fundamentals, which would put it back to about the 1200s or 1300s or thereabouts. Remember, O thou man. Remember, O thou man, O thou man, O thou man. Remember, O thou man, thy time is spent. Remember, O thou man, how thou art dead and gone, and I did what I can, therefore repent. Remember Adam's fall, O thou man, O thou man. Remember Adam's fall from heaven to hell. Remember Adam's fall, how we were condemned all to hell perpetual, therein to dwell. Remember God's goodness, O thou man, O thou man. Remember God's goodness, his promise made. Remember God's goodness, he gave his word to us, our sins for to redress. Be not afraid. Give thanks to God always, O thou man, O thou man. Give thanks to God always, most joyfully. Give thanks to God always for this most happy day. Let all men sing and say, holy, holy. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. There's an interesting, something strikes me about that song. If you think about it sequentially, it makes no sense. The first verse is all right. Remember, oh man, you're going to die. Wake up, think about it. Okay, yeah, right. Death gives our life meaning in some way, and we have to be thoughtful about that and so on. But then the next verse, well, remember, remember Adam's fall, how we were condemned all to hell perpetual. Well, what's the point? Why wake up? Anyway, I mean, right? I mean, why not just, have a good, smell the roses and die, because there's no point, right? Then, remember God's goodness. That's the God who made us born to die, and we're going down to hell anyway. So what's the point, right? That God, and then give thanks to God. Yeah, for what? That's if you do it sequentially, but. If you look at it as stages, that each verse represents kind of a stage in the spiritual journey, it means something else. Because first of all, remember, you're going to die, you better start thinking about this and doing some reflecting. Well, fair enough. So then we wake up. What do we wake up into? Adam's fall, hell perpetual, this presidential contest, how people treat people, all of that. But remember God's goodness. There is a spiritual path. There's a way. It's not obvious and it's not easy, but it can be found, and we can find it and we can walk it. And when we have done that for a while, then there is some sense of regeneration or whatever the word is, some kind of spiritual experience, and give thanks to God always. So at that level, the 4 verses are like the stages. And I think that's deliberate. I don't think it's accidental. I think it was built that way back in troubadour time, my opinion.